Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to Unusually Horrid. If this is your first time here, I hope you like crafts and makeup and spooky things and a little bit of cosplay because that's what we do here. And I hope you subscribe and join me for more. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. Today I'm going to be doing a nice Halloween glam eye look for you. My main inspiration is jack-o'-lanterns today, so I have my little jack-o'-lantern headband that I made. Basically, my plan is to do like a nice dramatic orange and black with a little bit of green cut crease. The green is going to kind of be like the stem of the jack-o'-lantern. All right, so let's jump into the face, shall we? I'm going to prime first today with my NYX Pore Filler Primer. And this is going to smooth everything out and give me a nice canvas for the rest of my makeup. From here, I would usually go in and do my little masquerade mask of concealer, but I did find a new product when I was at Target last night. Apparently, e.l.f. makes this camo concealer makeup sponge, which is specifically made to go with the concealer that I buy. I almost always use the camo concealer, so I thought it was really cool that they have a sponge that's like specifically made for that concealer. So of course I had to buy it. So let's try this out today. If I can get it out of the package, of course. Now it's just like kind of this oval shape. Compared to this beauty blender, this one does feel a little bit more dense. Clearly, it's like made to get into these like smaller corners, so I'm excited to try this. Now it says best to be used when it's damp, so I have a little damp washcloth, and I'm just gonna squeeze some moisture into it. So my husband and I just finished Bly Manor tonight, and if you have been keeping up on my videos, you know that I was watching Hill House a few videos ago, and I just have to say that as interesting as Bly was, Hill House was like way better and way scarier and like way more interesting and way better paced. But yeah, I still liked Bly Manor, I guess. Like I didn't hate it. I did want to watch it to the end, but Hill House, way better. Way better. All right, so this is damp now. It still feels really dense. So it also like the actual texture of the sponge, I want to say, I'm like looking at them up close. This one has more texture on it, where this one is a lot smoother. So I wonder if that makes a difference. So let's find out. Let me grab my camo concealer and blend it out with this. So as usual, I like to do in between my brows, outline my brows, and go on my eyelid. I'm assuming this is more for like inner corner stuff, but it says it's made to be used with this product, so it should be able to work with it everywhere. It feels a lot more dense than other beauty blenders that I've used before, but at the same time it feels like flimsier, and that might just be because of the size, but I don't know. It's going on really nice. It is blending it pretty decently. I mean, so far, it's definitely blending pretty good. I feel like I run into this problem, and I don't know if it's because my concealer has gotten a little old. Like, not expired old, but maybe like a good couple months old. And it'll start to get like really patchy and flaky. And I know that I struggle a little bit with dry skin here and there, which obviously isn't going to help the like flaky look. But I was hoping this would kind of, I don't know, blend it in a little bit more into my skin, so that the flakiness isn't so bad. So hopefully by the end of my makeup application, my concealer will look a little bit nicer than it has been looking lately. But I feel like in comparison to putting it on with this beauty blender or the beauty blender I was using before, I do honestly feel like it's gone on nicer. So we'll see what it looks like when something gets on top of it. But I'm gonna bring you in for a close-up, and we're just gonna get into my brows and our eye makeup. So obviously the beauty blender has no control over whether or not this is going to cause creasing Or maybe it should. I don't know. Let me know. Does your beauty blender help with creasing? But I do need to buff my eyelids out a little bit to make sure those don't set in and ruin my eyeshadow. So for my eyebrows, I'm going in with my Profusion eye palette here and going in with the black gel liner again and using my favorite flat tip brush for the process. Just outlining my brow before I fill it in. Starting with kind of the mid part of my brow and working out toward my arch and building my tail. Okay, so that brow's done. Time for this one. So now that my brows are filled in, I'm going in with Control Freak by NYX, just to give them some extra hold and shape and keep them in place. This is my absolute favorite palette for fall. It has so many nice oranges and red tones and some nice like neutral browns, as well as some more neutrals up here. And we have some darks and some pops of green, which are going to be really useful today. So the colors I mostly intend on using is this dark one right here, this shimmery orange here, probably this orange here, a little bit of this green as well, to make a little pumpkin inspired cut crease eyeshadow look. And I am going in with this small tapered brush here, and I'm dipping into this orange right here. I'll be focusing this pigment mostly above my crease, just below my brow bone. I'm going to use the same brush with the little bit of pigment it has left on it to blend this line out as much as possible. Now I'm taking this fluffy brush to help blend it some more. This brush, however, has no product on it. I'm just using it to blend. Okay, so now that I have that blended out, I'm going in with this one right here with this smaller tapered brush and actually going into my crease. Now this color isn't like actually black, it's kind of more of like a coal color. And again, I'm taking the same brush with a little bit of pigment on that to blend it into the orange as best as I can. Now that I have these two colors blended in together, it's time to do my cut crease. So I'm going to take this flat brush here and apply some concealer onto it and cut out where I want my shimmery bright orange. Again, using my 16-Hour Camo Concealer by e.l.f. time to test out and see how this does trying to blend this concealer for my cut crease. Well, I feel like that did a pretty good job. So now it's time to move on to my cut crease pigment, which is going to be that shimmery orange from my Fierce by Nature palette. Using my favorite pigment / shimmer brush right here. Now I know this is the same eyeshadow color that I used in my Ipsy video, but I love this color this year. It has been my go-to orange all fall, so I had to use it. Now when I'm usually filling in my cut crease, I do like to focus on the top area before I fill in everything else. Now my personal trick to making my cut creases really stand out is to take a flat brush like this, similar to the one I use for my eyebrows, but just a little bit shorter on the bristles. And I like to dip that into the darkest crease color, or whatever color is right above the cut, which for this eye look is this one right here. And I like to just go right on the cut and deepen it right on that line. Now for my little pumpkin stem detail, I'm going to put some green pigment right in this corner right here. And I'll be using this really tiny brush that I usually use for my highlight. And I'm taking this green right here. And since I usually like to pop a highlight in this area as well, I'm going to pop this green shimmer right over the top of that. I'm also going to pop Diamond Fire just right on that brow bone. And blending it in with my same fluffy brush, which I'm also going to take down and blend this in a little bit better as well. So I think we are ready to jump into eyeliner territory. So I've got my NYX white crayon here for my waterline. Now I'm going in with my House Laboratories pen eyeliner in shade Punk to do a nice dramatic wing. So now I just have to do a little bit of cleanup duty with my makeup eraser to kind of get this excess stuff around here off. But I'm also going to worry about that a little bit more when I do the rest of my face. So I'm going to get my other eye on and we'll get to the rest of this makeup look. Okay, so as you can see, I have both of my eyes on now, and it's time, I think, to get into my lashes before I do the rest of my face. So for my mascara, I'm going to be using Tarte's Big Ego. I love this one. It has a really big spoolie wand, and I love the amount of volume that I get with this. It makes it really easy to blend in with false lashes. So for my lashes today, I have these cute little wispies from Ardell. I grabbed these at Target the other night as well. And I have my Quick Set Lash Glue from Duo here. And I'm just gonna dab this onto my lash. So I've got that lash on nice and secure, and I'm going to just blend it in again with a little bit more of this Big Ego. And I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side. Okie dokie, so my eyes are done now. I think it's time we jump into the rest of my face. So I have been breaking out so bad. I suck at not picking at my face. I try and I try, but it's compulsion, whatever. So I found at Target a just really cheap cover stick that is a color corrector. So let's see if this works at all. I've used green color correctors before. Some work better than others, but the one I like is the NYX little color corrector palette. But they didn't have one at Target, so I went with the cheapest thing I could find. I mean, so far this goes on nice. I'm going to blend that out with my finger. That's what I usually do when I use a color corrector. I'm not really one for blending stuff with my fingers or using my fingers on my face a lot, especially since I do break out so easy. It's like, can I just do one thing to help? But when I'm doing a color corrector, I find that it just blends nicer if I do use my hand. And just lightly tap it. I suppose I could get the same effect with a silicone blender, but I lost mine a long time ago. It's been a long time since I've used a color corrector. They were something I used like every single day, but I changed my makeup routine a lot, and it was just something that I cut out a long time ago. But with how bad my mask knee is since the pandemic started, I think it's something that I definitely feel the need to bring back. There was a point when I was really heavy into color correctors where I would do even stuff under my eyes to color correct that, and just completely overdid it to the point where my makeup was so beyond just cake face, which I mean, I don't mind being a cake face at all, let's be real, but sometimes it just gets a little much. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my Flawless Satin Foundation by e.l.f. in shade Pearl, and going in with this beauty blender right here. Okay, so now that my base is done, I'm going in again with the Camo Concealer special little blender here with my Camo Concealer to highlight before I go in, set this, and sculpt my face. So far this beauty blender is, or not beauty blender, but so far this makeup sponge, this Camo Concealer makeup sponge, is doing a really nice job. I feel like I finally found what I needed to make this product look the way I wanted it to. Maybe at one point I had a blender with a similar texture to this, and the blenders that I bought this summer just aren't the same texture, because I haven't been able to get this product on and make it look good in what feels like forever. So this is really nice and refreshing to have my makeup go on this nice. I have been having issues with my makeup sticking to my nose, so let's see how it does with that. So far, so good. I mean, I feel like this is working pretty well. Like I said, the density and texture of this are really working to really make a nice velvety smooth finish to this makeup. And so far my nose actually doesn't look patchy for once. What a concept. It has a really nice bounce to it. It's all around a really decent blender so far. Time will tell, obviously, how well it holds up, which, will lead you to know how often you have to rebuy this sort of thing. But I mean, So far, it's blending really nicely. Okay, so I'm going in now with my Japanesque Velvet Touch Finishing Powder. I love this stuff. I'm slowly running out of it, though I need to buy some more. And I'm going in with my kabuki brush, and I'll just be kind of stippling that and setting my face. So now I'm just sculpting my face with my Huda palette, starting with Tahiti, working my way out towards Zanzibar and up into the highlights up here. So I'm taking my bronzer brush and I'm tapping into Tahiti. Now I'm taking my small contour nose brush and dipping into Tahiti yet again and just contouring my nose with that. And right under my lip to just make it a little pouty. And I'm going to blend all that out with my big kabuki brush here. Now I'm taking my big fluffy blush brush and dipping into Zanzibar right here. And brushing that along my cheeks and right on the top of my nose. And again, just blending that out. And now I'm going in with the cream base highlight and just tapping that base along my cheekbones and my brow bone. And then I'll be doing it on the tip of my nose as well. And just a little bit on my upper lip. Now taking my highlight brush and going in with the powder side. Okay, so now I pretty much just have my lips left. So for my lips today, I have picked out NYX Lip Lingerie in shade Honeymoon. It's a nice dark brown. It's just a really nice, rich, dark color that's dark but not black. I love the Lip Lingerie's really like long and flat applicator. I feel like it makes it really easy to line my lips. Okay, so now that my lipstick is on, I want to add just one more touch of drama to this look before we're done. So I am going to take the same green I used on my inner corner, this one right here, and I'm going to take that same small brush and just take that right under my waterline. Just for a pumpkin vine kind of feel. I'm gonna blend that out with just a fluffy blending brush. So now the last thing I have to do is to put some mascara on my bottom lashes, and then we are all done with this Halloween glam look. Again, going in with Big Ego from Tarte. And there you have it. Okay, this is my Halloween glam. Take it to work, take it to the office, take it to school, just easy glam Halloween look. I hope you enjoyed my little pumpkin vine cut crease. If you did, go ahead and like this video. If you're new and you did, like this video and subscribe. I would love to see you again. And tell me what you're doing for Halloween in the comments below. I really want to know. If you're not doing anything, hey, come join me. I'm going to try and go live on this channel. So live Halloween party, Halloween night, 7 p.m. if everything goes correct. If not, I will try to put it out on my Facebook. So shameless plug for the Unusually Horrid Facebook page. But if you want to stay up to date on everything that's happening costuming, that is the place to be. You can also follow me on Instagram to just see some makeup looks and stuff that don't always necessarily make it to my YouTube channel. And you can follow me on TikTok for the same reason if you want to see more cosplay stuff. Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching if you've made it all this way through. Thanks. Have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Unusually Horrid out. Okay, bye!